Has Flatline gone to the dark side, and will Damian Wayne need to go all the way to Japan in order to save her? Well, let's hop into the pages of Robin issue number 16 and find out together, shall we? So then, as we join the book, Damian has a horrifying nightmare regarding Respawn, his half-clone brother who died in the pages of Shadow War, and honestly, his death should have impacted Damian way more than it did. The nightmare also brings up an interesting point, saying that if Damian really wanted, he could just resurrect his brother in the Lazarus pit. Obviously, we as the reader know that's a bad idea because it's been tainted by the Great Darkness, but still, it's funny that neither Damian nor no one else ever actually had that idea themselves until right now. I guess therein lies the problem about trying to tell a story with drama and stakes when you literally have a magic pool of resurrection goo hanging over your head at all times. The nightmare is really only half of the reason Damian got awoken, the other being the screamings and ravings of Lord Deathman, one of Japan's greatest criminals who washed up on Lazarus Island at the end of the previous issue. Deathman claims that his ward, Flatline, the girl that Damian has been crushing on recently, returned to Japan mad with power and ended up overthrowing him. Lord Deathman is also wonderfully campy and over the top, and Damian and Connor Hawke just have no time for his bullshit. They're almost certain that he plans to lead them into some manner of trap, but they have nothing else to do, and because this Damian book has become something of a team book and Flatline helped them save the island from Mother Soul, they figure it's in their best interest to go and check on her just to be safe. It's on their way off the island, though, they actually see the first ship of new arrivals coming in. After all, Damian and Connor had planned to make Lazarus Island into a home for the formerly violent looking for a new lease on life. And hey, one of the new people coming to the island just so happens to be Mara Al Ghul, aka the Demon's Fist, aka Damian's own cousin. Wow, I'm glad Joshua Williamson remembered this character existed. Mara apologizes to Damian about the whole trying to kill him thing, and also the whole siding with his mother during the whole Shadow War thing, but Damian is quick to forgive because, well, that's just the kind of guy Damian is this week. In fact, with Robin having to leave to go on superhero business, he actually leaves the island in his cousin's protection. Now, another fun bit of connective tissue this book actually plays with is Connor Hawke writing a letter to his mother coming out as asexual. You'll remember that if you actually read the new Pride book from this year. It's a small note, but I like it when things connect and I feel rewarded as a reader for reading everything, and this is definitely one of those moments. Robin and Hawke aren't in Japan long before they end up coming face to face with Hero, the Batman of Japan, and Batman Inc. Well, formerly Batman Inc. these days. Apparently Hero didn't want to stay on the team now that it's basically Ghostmaker's outfit. Damian, we discover, is also a little pissy about his father seceding that piece of his legacy over to Ghostmaker, but hey, if you want to know more about that situation, go read the new Batman Inc. book coming soon, or don't. As we discover from the Batman of Japan, Lord Deathman's forces have been really quiet recently, which is rare for them because much like their boss, they are very loud and flamboyant and hard to miss. Our trio of heroes end up investigating one of Lord Deathman's old bases of operations at a Japanese arcade. Ooh, do you think they got that Mobile Suit Gundam Bonds of the Battlefield game here? That game looks sick as hell, but you can only play it in Japan. From what I can tell, they do not. What they do have is a giant Oni creature who ends up attacking Robin and his friends. Hero states that he has never seen Lord Deathman be able to take control of Japanese folklore before, and Damian is quick to deduce via his detective skills that this is all some sort of Lord Deathman trap. He's a big fan of big, elaborate scenes like this, where to survive, the hero has to solve some sort of puzzle. In this case, Robin has to find the Oni Arcade machine and turn it off to stop the giant killer robot. Doing so ends up activating a trap door that sends Damian deeper into the facility. Admittedly, Robin has to say that hiding a trap within a trap is a pretty solid bad guy move. It's here that Robin is finally reunited with Flatline, who, despite what Lord Deathman was saying, is not feral and not drunk on her own sense of power. In fact, the only thing that's different is now she's wearing her own Talia al Ghul inspired hooded robe. Yeah, because Damian doesn't have enough complexes as it is. Let's just sprinkle a little Oedipus in there for flavor. Flatline breaks it to Damian and Connor that despite their best efforts, the big dummy that is Lord Deathman managed to trick them. He only got caught because he wanted to, and he only sent them to Japan because he wanted to be alone. With who, you might be asking? Well, Mother Soul, of course, who we discover actually has had a long-standing relationship with Lord Deathman, and I mean, yeah, makes sense. They're both fairly immortal ancient beings, though in this situation I get the distinct feeling it's Mother Soul who's robbing the cradle on this one as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Robin issue number 16, everybody, and I thought it was another fun fun, exciting, darkly humorous take on Damian Wayne as a character and his many adventures. In fact, after Shadow Wars kind of hobbled this series and made me lose a lot of my enthusiasm for it, this story right here brings it right back and reminds me why I liked this book to begin with, then made me sad all over again because I know Joshua Williamson won't be writing this series forever and this is basically his goodbye swan song. Still, we gotta take the good while we can get it, and I definitely thought this one was good. Overall, I'd give it a much deserved 7.5 out of 10, and I'm excited to see how the rest of the story ends up shaking out.
Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.